All right. Hey, everybody. It's Jason Blaha here. I'm just sitting here drinking my morning coffee. Thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Very late morning for me. Got extra sleep, though. Slept in kind of late. Feel like my body's needing all of a sudden getting extra sleep. Just my body kind of telling me to do it. But yeah, let's sit down. Let's chat. Let's see what we get in here. Never know we're going to get on a coffee chat. Sometimes there's like nobody in here. Other times I get a bunch of people and a bunch of stuff. So woke up, get some caffeine in me, get ready to squat this morning. If all goes well, I think I'm going to get another 500-pound box squat. Let's see if I can make that like almost a weekly thing. Keep adjusting the back off work and volume. Kind of like the direction the training has been going lately. Everything's going really good. Like I've been hitting PRs. Feel like I'm still getting leaner. I'm getting leaner, getting PR. Yes, I know I'm not all vascular this morning like I am a lot of times at evenings. But yeah, I mean, holidays went good. I only gained a pound. So pretty happy about that. And I'm hoping we're going to see the scale start trickling back down a little now that carbs are lower. Good morning, Coach. Good morning to you. Blaha. I don't know how to say your name. It's too early for me. Sorry. Apologize. Is it Blaha? Where is that from? That sounds Hawaiian, maybe. I could be wrong. I'm probably extremely wrong. I usually am. Forearms and biceps popping, I guess a little bit. I'm not all vascular this morning, but it's also cold. Nice and cold. Think about how I'm going to do my training with all that this morning. So I got to do a consultation early afternoon. So I need to get all that finished. Speaking of which, I'm still doing consultations at half price. If anybody wants to hop in and get one, they're $50 for an hour. Cover anything that you want. Adam, you're always in here. You need coaching. You need a consultation. What do you got going, man? It's about to be that time of year. I'm hoping that stuff picks up really good in January. Hope I have one of those years again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, had a good Christmas. Had a good week overall. All right. Probably do some more podcasts coming up. Hopefully everyone caught that podcast. We wanted to see it with Pete. Speaking of which, I'm curious what the views are at. There was over 1,000 views last time I looked. Should have picked up some more. You guys all catch that one, the small business podcast? I have another guy we're going to be doing. Good morning, William. Another guy we're going to be doing some collab work on. We're going to do podcasts with positive stuff for lifting. We're going to do stuff on abuse survivors. And again, things like discussing Cliff, you can ask TRT questions. Get over these. Hey, Rick, you're going to have to be very specific with, I don't know who MC is. There's multiple. I can think of multiple people there, so I don't know what we're asking. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I can be amicable with her. And I'm not going to discuss her at all. Actually, I agreed to not discuss her. So, for the sake of some friendships in general. So no, I'm not going to even go there. But no, I mean, that's a ridiculous question, dude. You don't get back with exes without a really, really, really good reason. Adrian says, what are the pros and cons of spreading out working sets over 2 sessions on the same day? For example, for a minimum effective dose of 4, 2 sets in the morning. I mean, you could, but why would you do that, Adrian? I'm going to say that is such a why would you even do that? I mean, keeping in mind 4 sets is is we're talking such scraping the bottom minimum for your training, dude. I mean, think about that. So then you want to spread it out. Oh, no, come on. What are you trying to achieve with this? I mean, you're asking pros and cons on something that's already extreme of doing manipulations on something on the extreme end. How about how about pros and cons of why don't we just train correctly? Hibachi says, I have lower back injury. I believe it's a muscle strain to reduce like low weight, high rep training though. Is it the only way I could train legs? I don't know what's going on with your back to answer that. You may just need to do machines till it heals for your lower body. No one says you have to go light. Coach, what do you think about doing dumbbells and calisthenics only workouts due to not being able to go to the gym? I mean, what do I think? Is it better than doing nothing? I mean, think about it that way. You're like, is it resistance training? Can you get benefits out of all that? Sure. So your only other option, since you can't go to the gym, is to not train. So I think that you should use everything that you have access to. If that's what you have access to, focus on making the most out of it, right? Okay, I'm in the low normal range, says this Cliff. T range, I'm natty. You think it's worth going down the route of TRT, 39 years old, with driving motivation? No, Cliff. You're in the normal range. Why would you use TRT? So why don't you ask me the correct question? Because you can't get TRT, you're in the normal range. So ask the question with the correct terminology. Should you just use steroids? Fuck yeah, dude, come on. No. Research it first. I believe it'll improve your quality of life to go on super physiological or a higher replacement dose, but that's not TRT, is it? You don't qualify for TRT. So TRT is not an option. Look, if I'm honest with dudes, I think most guys would benefit from a modest dose of testosterone as part of their lifestyle. But it's a very personal decision for you to make. Adrian says, I just feel like my workouts take a lot out of me. So I was thinking I could split them during the day. I'm talking about 4 total sets, Adrian. You need to figure out what's going on. Hey, Rick, I'm not going to stand there and have a whole discussion about that guy. I mean, the fact of the matter is you're talking about a guy who literally sits there and makes up complete nonsense about me for 20 plus hours that he's literally just fabricating and reading on a blank sheet of paper, apparently. Think about that for a moment. So as you really come across as someone who's going to be consistent in his honesty, I mean, the guy literally just makes up stuff about me. So again, people like to accuse me of being a liar, whereas when I see that guy as a pathological liar. I mean, to me, as someone who knows anything about these crazy documentaries he makes on me, he is a pathological liar because they're literally 95% completely fabricated. Occasionally, some degree of truth from what I'm understanding. Because I had a friend who sat there and watched a bunch of them and took notes because I can't watch that stuff. So the guy, why would you expect him to be honest about anything? Come on. William, some influencer who's obsessed with Nietzsche and being a Nietzschean who made 25 hours of documentaries about me. And I'm not exaggerating. Rick, he clearly has an infatuation with me. It's weird. And yeah, it's the closeted type. But we don't need to get into all that. So if I want the lifestyle benefits and increased quality of life, yes, was hoping to get into the high normal T range. Okay. So are you asking for my permission to go get some testosterone and do it? I mean, I think it's fine. Do your research first. But it's not TRT. Just keep that in mind. Because you're in the normal range, it's not technically TRT. For it to be medically, the term TRT, you have to be a low testosterone for it to actually be TRT. If you're not, then it's not TRT. It's just using some tests, dude. It's doing a cycle, bro. Lucy, a question for Jason. Do you still do 3 hours of list? I haven't done 3 hours of list cardio in a decade or 8 years or whatever. So I don't really, that seems like a strange question. I don't know what zone 2 even means. Sorry. I don't keep up with these cardio zones people talk about. Thoughts on J Masters. Hey, Cliff, why can't we just use the real terms? Like, why do we need this stigma to where we can't just say, hey, guys, I like to blast some tests? Why do we need this stigma? Why can't we just be honest? Like, why can't we be confident in our choices? Why do we need a weak link? Why do we need code? Why can't guys just say, I like testosterone. I use me some tests. It improves my quality of life. I mean, we're 2024. We're about to be 2025. This is a thing. Like, why do we need to be that way? The majority of people out there don't even see people using testosterone as a negative thing. Let's just be open about it. Let's be open and honest about the fact. And just say, hey guys, we like tests, we use tests. I think people will respect you a lot more if you just say that. And just be frank about it. Don't stand by your decisions, guys. Let's not be wishy-washy on it. Are you sure 200 milligrams isn't? No, it's if you're super physiological or even above where you've ever produced, you're blasting. It could be a cruise, right? It could be a cruise. I mean, I'm on 500 milligrams right now. Like, just if we're going to be honest, I'm on 500 milligrams of test right now, straight up, and I enjoy it. Hey, Rick, you're about to be a millionaire. Just sue if they refuse to do anything. Dude, go become a millionaire. Sue them. I think you're a troll, though. I'm about to get rid of you in a second, but maybe your goofball ass questions. No, I mean, just kidding. Everybody looks very different. No, because Rick, you keep jumping to NH, then you asked about my ex, then you're going to talk about mold after you know that I had a mold situation that was fixed, by the way. Again, I think some of my haters think that I made that up, and I really, really and truly didn't make it up. It's actually documented. Like I have documentation of it, but it's irrelevant to the internet. it could also be the morning and I have had no food, I'm fasted and no pump. So, plus, you're right, my biceps do need to get bigger, man. All right, I agree. I need to add an inch to them. Oh, but Rick, what do you mean supplements? If supplements don't work and you know mold is dangerous to your health, why would you think that supplements are going to help you with the mold? You need to move out. You need to file complaints and fix your situation. But I don't know what advice you expect from me other than hire a lawyer. Like, but a supplement, what is a supplement going to do? I mean, it's a ridiculous question. Um, um, Random question: have you tried any exotic meats? Um, some I like, some I don't like others. Hey Rick, I don't remember. What do you mean? I don't remember how long it took to recover. Wait, yeah, dude, you need to get your ass to the hospital and you need to sue that landlord and the company for everything they own. Okay, this is now legal and medical. You need to be in the hospital right now. Get your ass to the hospital. Get your ass to a lawyer. That's it. That is the totality of my advice. If it is hitting you that hard, you can't even bench 185 as a grown man. So your strength is going down, you're sick. No, I didn't sue because they followed the correct procedure. All right. And again, we don't need those details about my personal life. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just done with you. Just your stuff in general. It's just been all asking my personal stuff. Get the fuck out of here. All right. But Adrian, as far as exotic meats go, I'm trying to think of what all I've had, what I liked and didn't. I can't stand alligator. It's revolting. I can't stand frog. I've had emu and ostrich are decent. And I like some big animals, like I like bison, I like elk, I like antelope. I don't know what we're counting as exotic there. I've never had kangaroo. I've heard it's decent, but I don't like venison. And I've heard it's really like venison, so I probably wouldn't like it. I don't like deer, so venison at all. But I like antelope and elk. But yeah, I guess the most exotic I've had would be emu and ostrich, and those are pretty good. Um, So I recently started doing dumbbell press for years. Prior, I only did barbell. Dumbbell, I lost like 40% of my strength. Is just normal. Suppose you'll get it back quickly. I mean, again, dumbbells have a certain stability to them, and if you've lost that stability, then yeah, it might be down a little bit. But did your other stuff go down? Oh, you only recently. I thought you went away from dumbbells and then started dumbbells again. So are you saying that you dumbbell press 40% less than your barbell? That's pretty normal. Yeah. That's fairly common, especially if you're not used to them. I mean, you see me do rep work with 315 on the bench. There's not a snowball's chance in hell I can grab 150s and do dumbbell presses on them. IT, you see all of my training. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pulling. Right. Lots of pulling without straps, and then I do some direct forearm work. Right. And I do barbell wrist curls and all that stuff. Sometimes I do some fat bar work. Now I don't have good forearm genetics. Listen, I have really long, skinny forearms genetically. Like, no, I don't have good forearm or arm genetics in general. I have long arms. They've always seemed they were long and lanky when I started. It's literally just tons and tons of pulling without straps for years and years. has been a big factor. And again, plus some direct forearm work, hammer curls. I don't know why I would do that. That just seems excessive to stand around just hanging my body weight for that long. I mean, like the other day, I think I did one where I did 110 pounds on camera at the end of a workout and just hung for a short bit, like 110 pounds on a belt, but just hanging my body weight. You know, I don't know, it seems like a waste of time. Lucy, well, my whole training is changed in the last couple of years. I've come over to bodybuilding type training and a lot of, actually doing curls and isolation work. And, guys, we're 21 minutes in here. I got to go get ready to train. I got to get my training done to get ready for some consultation later. So I'm going to go ahead and wind it down.